spoke at length about how we should, what insight, what we can learn from it. And above all, the message that this, when you see things like that, such disparity, such discord, such differences, to the point of divisiveness, it's time to even increase even more in our avos and achdus Yisrael. That's what it comes down to. That's what we need to do. We don't reject, on the contrary. We need to welcome and teach and be able to speak and even hear someone that you may not agree with. So the idea that this should create even more divisiveness, God forbid. Pesach teaches exactly that. We all sit at the table. So I would come out with a major call to every Jew in Israel, every Jew in the world. This Pesach, let's all sit together. Invite your neighbors. Invite especially the neighbors that may have different opinion than you. That beautiful scene in Bnei Brak. Welcome them in. You never know, you touch a soul, you touch a neshama. That's what's required more than ever. More than politics, more than negotiations, and more all the discussions. We do that to create a revolution of such love, of unconditional love, inviting. Hey lach ma'anya, kol dichfin yesev v'yechel. Invite everyone. And those that are ignorant or do not know, even more so. That's the call of the hour. And that's what we learn when we see something of that nature. Instead of starting to demonize and say, look what's this, with these liberals, look at them, fighting the religious, fighting the right, etc., or the right fighting the left. We're all brothers, we're all sisters. Let's all come together in an unbelievable, unprecedented show of unity. The more you see that, the more the unity has to be emphasized. And with that, somebody wrote a follow-up and saying, thank you so much for your words of wisdom and balance. I have some friends and relatives in Israel, and I'm going to suggest exactly what you had said, that people should invite each other and welcome each other and show more love than ever before. Okay, thank you. Another person writes, I think it's ironic that 500,000 anti-religious Israelis got together to march and protest against reforms in the courts. And technically, since it's Hakel year, by default, their assembly was a great Hakel gathering. I agree. Interestingly, one way or another, they joined in the Hakel gathering, Anoshim Noshim B'Taf. But now let's make sure that it's a Hakel gathering of all of us, from all persuasions. And this doesn't mean we have to agree. It doesn't mean we can totally disagree. But not personalized. This is family. This is all one. We're all one entity. And on the contrary, if you see that, that's part of you. The Yerushalmi says we're all part of one body. Can you imagine the right hand hitting the left hand? Literally right and left, right wing and left wing. It's all part of one body. You don't say my right hand is right wing and my left hand is left wing. We're all part of one body, one healthy organism. We need each other. That should be the attitude. Okay. So with that, let us conclude. I think that's a good note to conclude. Siyas Mitzrayim, Avos and Achdus Yisrael in the deepest possible way. This has been my life Chassidus applied. Everyone should have a kosher and afreilich and Pesach, starting with today, Yom Haledos of the Rebbe, that leads us to that type of approach. Seeing Yitzir Mitzrayim v'Gvulim includes the Mitzrayim v'Gvulim of our differences. The thing that Rebbe so fought for and continues to fight for. Accept and embrace every Jew, no matter who you are. Bring a matzah to a Jew. That's what you do before Pesach. No matter who, you don't start asking questions, what's your persuasion, what type of political opinions do you have? Bring a matzah, bring wine, invite them to the table. So may it be a kosher freilich and Pesach, a Pesach of total achdus. And Hashem should see that in Barchenu Avinu Kolanu Ka'echad, that our Father in heaven blesses us when He sees we're together. Should march before the Shan Haba B'Yerushalayim. It should be Yerushalayim Yirakedesh this Pesach with the Korban Pesach, with Mashiach Tzidkenu, even before Pesach. Like we say, B'Nissen Nigalu, B'Nissen Asidin Ligal. Everyone have a kosher and freilich and Pesach. Next week there won't be a program due to Chol Hamoed. We will resume right after Pesach, 2 weeks. It should be a transcendent and meaningful Pesach that should extend throughout the year in every possible freedom, Gashmis and Beruchnis.